Let me introduce you to Cody.
So I'm sitting here with my buddy Hiran in his 72 SS Camaro. Introduce yourself, bud.
What's going on? I'm Hiran in my 72 SS Camaro.
Yeah. Alright, so tell us how you acquired this beauty. I know you were trying to get a muscle car for a while. You had that Corvette for like 2 years.
So, yeah, ever since I was a little kid, my dad took me to car shows and stuff. I've always liked cars. And I used to get car magazines when I was looking. I used to see all the old Camaros and the old Mustangs. You're either a Mustang guy or you're a Ford guy or you're a Chevy guy. You know what I mean? Or you're a Mopar guy, a Dodge guy.
So you had 3 choices.
You got 3 choices for American muscle. Really, your top 3, I feel like. And I always fell with the Chevys, man. I always fell in line with the Chevys. And then later on in life, when
I'm trying a new technique, guys, but keep listening to him.
Later on in life, I always knew I would get myself a muscle car. I didn't know when. I'm 53 years old now, and I finally got my muscle car after all these years, my childhood dream. So I ended up buying a 2014 Camaro, and I loved it. It was a beautiful car. It was a convertible. It was a Stingray. It was clean. It had no miles. It was great. It was fun to drive. Air conditioning. It had a nice stereo. You know what I mean? It was comfort and fast as hell. But it didn't really give me that fucking boner that I needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was looking around. I wanted to get myself a muscle car. And I figured, I need to nail it down to what kind and what year. And I knew it'd always be a Chevy. So I said, fuck it, I'll get a 1972, the year of my birthday.
I always liked the 72. Well, I always liked the 70 and the 71 because they were split bumpers. But this is gorgeous.
Yeah, those are nice. It's a good year, the 2nd generation Camaro. And so I found one on Facebook Marketplace, and I asked the guy if he wanted to trade me for the Corvette. And he said, possibility, because he actually was looking for a Corvette and he didn't want the muscle car. He got this from his grandfather. His grandfather built this thing. It took him 6 years to restore this car. And so when he finally restored it, his grandfather is not, he's not doing so well. So he gave it to his grandson. And his grandson was like, this is not really my thing. I want a Corvette. And I was like, you know what? Let's meet up. So I drove all the way to the North Carolina border in my Corvette, and I filled it up, and I got there and it was still half a tank of gas. I looked at this car and I drove it, and he drove my Vet, and we were like, yeah, let's trade. And so I'm driving this thing home, and I filled it up 4 times versus the 0 times in my Corvette. And I was like, yeah, this is the car for me. It smells like gas. It's so loud. It's pretty.
It's so loud. And you got the lap seatbelt too.
Lap seatbelts. I got the what is this? Cigarette lighter. Look at that. You guys don't know. Some people don't know what this is. Cigarette lighter. I got an ashtray in here. And then you got those things. Look, those are 1980s, 70s, maybe 80s, 60s. Those are vents. So you pull those when it's hot in here, and then the hot air from outside fills up the car. So there's no luxury in this thing. It's just beautiful.
That is so dope.
A lot of old school shit in here,
Yeah. I love this hood scoop. This is like one of my favorite parts.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, the reverse scoop. So this is where this is where GM figured the best air would go into the motor, right here, because there's a little dead section right here between the hood and the windshield, and then it just swims right in there into the giant circular intake filter and whatnot. Yeah, we got to record the gas pump.
Because it's in the trunk, it's in the back.
Yeah.
You put it on.
Is it a fuel cell or no? It's a classic license plate.
License plate pop open.
Oh, I love that.
It's nice.
I remember remember when I was a kid, my parents' Cutlass had that. My Monte Carlo had that. Even the Catfish Camaros had that, like the '80s one.
Oh yeah.
I think they did. I could be making it up. Am I making it up, guys?
You know, '69, the first generation is really cool, but the second generation, I feel like it's a little more unique. You know, you don't see too many people with the second generation.
No, you don't.
You don't.
It's the prettiest one in my opinion, especially the earlier models. Like you got the split bumper in 70 and 71, and then you have this body till I think was it like 76 or 78 when they started putting the plastic around it,
Yeah.
and then it looked a little bulky.
You got the lean, the pointy, sharp nose look, you know, and then in the back,
Yes.
it's got the round lights, which I love on the Corvettes, and I love round lights on a car. This one has it, you know.
It has a very round theme. Gimbal was getting away from me for a second. You can see the roundness right here in the gauges. It's got a very circular theme to it.
And just like any muscle car, we're pulling up to our favorite spot. You know, it's like the pump gas in the whole car.
Then I took 2 years off, and then I guess when I got married, like right before I got married, I got burnt out with it. Like depression hit me and shit. Or before I met my ex-wife, like crazy depression hit me, and then I kind of stopped doing it. I stopped fighting. I stopped training. I was just bouncing, and then
You know what would cure that?
what?
A 1972 muscle car, or any kind of muscle car.
I do need a muscle car. I miss my fucking Monte Carlo, that's for sure.
So the reason why I bought the Corvette, I'll tell you what. I went to the doc. So my dad died of a heart attack, right? Or heart disease in general.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
And so I thought about it. I decided to go ahead and get my heart checked out. And so when I got my heart checked out, my doctor was telling me, yeah, you got a high calcium score, you have this aortic root aneurysm, all kinds of issues. So I'm freaking out, right? And I'm getting panic attacks. So before the doctor told me that, I got the test results, so I don't know how to read it, and I start Googling shit, you know, I put it in ChatGPT, and I'm asking him all these different things, and everything that was coming up was bad shit, so I had a panic attack, and I thought I was gonna die. And so I went to the hospital twice. First time, the doctors did all these tests, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and I went back again, they were like, look, this is the second time, we don't see anything wrong with you. I think you're having a panic attack. I was like, shit, I'm having a panic attack. You know, so I'm going through my health issues. I haven't talked to the doctor yet to really know what's going on. Going through a midlife crisis. I buy myself a 2014 Corvette convertible Stingray. You know, just because I thought I was gonna die.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's how I got it. And it's clean. You saw it. There's nothing wrong with it. The guy that owned the car, he got it from his grandfather. His grandfather spent 7 years rebuilding it.
Yeah, he really restored the shit out of this.
And he gave it to his grandson. His grandson didn't want it. He wanted a Corvette. So I was like, this is the perfect trade. Let's make this happen. We did.
Definitely gotta pop this hood open at some point. I really want to see that motor.
Let's go pop the hood.
Yeah, let's go park cool in a cool parking lot somewhere and be cool guys.
Park in a garage. In a garage.
Yeah.
Go to the Mosaic.
Yeah, let's get on the rooftop. Ah, damn it. Like there's no rooftop for us. That's dope. Here, let me hand you the mic and you tell us everything about what you have. You don't need to go that close to it. So,
It says 427 turbojet, 450 horsepower. I don't think that's true. It actually has a 454 in it. He got it from his grandfather, and his grandfather spent 6 years rebuilding this car. And right when he was basically done, he fell ill and gave the car to his grandfather, or I'm sorry, his grandson. And his grandson didn't want the car. He wanted a Corvette, a 2014 convertible Corvette. And so he doesn't really know what's in this car or what's been done. So I don't know what's in this car and what's been done. But eventually I'm going to change it up a little bit. You know, I'm going to get an electronic fuel injector to put on top. A couple of things for the, to make it have a little bit more horsepower. Because right now it's slow. It's new car slow. You know, there's new cars out here like Honda Civics that are probably faster than this. Or they are faster than this. But back in the day, this was the shit. So yeah. So I need some more speed out of it. I'm gonna get some new rims. If you look at the rims, it's got the old rally rims on it. But I'm gonna get some chrome rims. We need to be up top. So you got the steering wheel on the left-hand side. That's so cool, man.
Yeah, me and my dad just picked it up recently from South Carolina. So
Did you really?
I was going to go take some photos. He's in Western New York.
He does a YouTube channel, so he's always finding cars.
It's fun. We just picked it up a couple weeks ago and drove it back. Drove to South Carolina and back in one day.
That was cool. The goal is to make each video better, one thing at a time. Sounded like a BMW. Or it could have been his car. Maybe it's that guy's car. Sounds like small four-cylinder.
This is how you roll up an old car window.
Nice crank right here. I missed this. Oh, my bad. Don't kill me. Landed face up. Landed. All right, you guys. That's it for this episode of Passion Projects. If you liked this one, which I'm assuming you did considering you got this far, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more from yours truly, the professional car spotter. Peace.